Ich will schon lange meine Fishing Skills verbessern und letztendlich bin ich bei dem Engländer Fraser Christian gelandet. Bin deshalb hier nach England gereist und ja, er hat mich hier eingeladen in sein Camp. Ich will schon lange meine Fishing Skills verbessern und habe deshalb nach einem Training gesucht, habe ein paar Bekannte gefragt, wo kann ich das machen, wen empfehlt ihr? Und letztendlich bin ich bei dem Engländer Fraser Christian gelandet. Bin deshalb hier nach England gereist, um ihn kennenzulernen, krieg von ihm ein 3-tägiges Survival Training bzw. ein Coastal Survival Training, denn er führt die Survival Schule Coastal Survival. Und ja, er hat mich hier eingeladen in sein Camp. Und er hatte sie alle. Ja, also die ganzen Leute, die für Bear Grylls gearbeitet haben, die ganzen Bekannten, waren bei ihm zum Coastal Survival Training, denn er ist einer der wenigen, der sowas anbietet. Außerdem hatte er die Royal Marines bei sich, hat die in Coastal Survival geschult und trainiert. Und ich bin gespannt, was ich von ihm lernen kann. Und bevor ich jetzt weitererzähle, stelle ich ihn euch einfach mal vor. Fraser!
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
How you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, pleasure.
Please give the audience a quick introduction about yourself.
Just before we say that, it's not true what they say about him. He is a really nice lad. he's got a sense of humour. And why? I told him yesterday, not blowing what we call smoke up his arse. Don't matter what he knows, what knife he's got, what any of you know when you talk about bushcraft, surviving, being in the wilderness. The one reason he's going to be good at his job, he's got a sense of humour. When all else fails, that's all we've got, and that's why it's been easy teaching him, working with him, etc. Because we both consider ourselves daft idiots that are never going to be experts in the wilderness, and that's what makes you succeed in the wilderness, is realising you're always a student of nature. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's
good.
Fair.
Good. But yeah, welcome to our new forest camp in the middle of Dorset. And if any of you never been to England, it's quite a small island. We haven't got much wilderness, maybe Wales and Scotland. We've got vast mountains, but where I live in the south of England, there's not that much wilderness. So we're very fortunate to have a beautiful camp inside of 500 acres, which I don't know how many that is in hectares, but it's a very peaceful spot. And what it allows us to do is be able to welcome big groups as well, and have a really great all-weather teaching area that we can cover everything you've ever seen or heard of. Like I say, I'm not an expert in anything at all, but this is a larger version of how I live and how I've been living for the last 15 years. 7 of those in a very small, what we call a gypsy bender, a little shelter made of tarpaulin sheets and hazel poles, and now I've got a woodland cabin in the woods. Very small version of basically what I'm teaching here, besides the bushcraft and the survival, more about how to come and live in the woods or in the wilderness. You see a lot of people saying, oh, come and I'll teach you how to live in the woods. Not being rude about people, but they've only done maybe 1 month or 3 months or
you live like that.
15 years off grid, completely like this in the forest.
Wow, okay.
So I'm going to teach people beyond the bushcraft how to make the little cabins, how to be off grid, the solar, the hydropower, how to make the compost toilet, how to live and get everything from your surroundings.
Okay, so you really practiced your skills.
I live it.
And lived it.
Lived it. I haven't ever been really on courses to learn this to teach.
Yeah.
I just teach parts of my life.
So
the fishing, I was a professional fisherman.
Yeah.
I scaled that down so we can basically put it in a backpack to say.
Nice, yeah. So please tell the audience a little bit about yourself, about your life. So what have you done, everything?
So yeah, I was just saying, the fishing that we teach comes from, previously I've been a professional fisherman, so commercially catching fish and shellfish to sell
on a boat,
to sell to off a boat, to sell to restaurants, etc. And the food industry, but also having a fishing boat to take people out to teach them how to fish off of the boat, which is a different job. Then I worked for a TV company over here. There was a TV series called River Cottage. and I was there. I'd done their fish and fish cookery courses.
Oh yeah.
And previously to that, I was very highly on the highest qualified gourmet chef. Worked in Nouvelle French cuisine, highest standard gourmet of the highest up to Michelin standard.
It's a good mix.
Good mix. I've had a construction industry job before that, carpentry, building houses. So when it comes to building the cabin, I didn't actually build that, but yeah, I built my own cabin. So everything I teach, when I was saying to you about, when I see people doing green woodworking and all this bushcraft, I say everything. Luckily, that's what I was saying to you. I'm getting old, my body's tired, and that's because I've done every type of dangerous manual job probably outside. And maybe at times I was thinking, what's this for? What's this for? And I always had this dream of buying some land and building a house because I grew up poor, thinking I'll never be able to afford to buy. And like we were saying, you make your own luck. And one thing I was saying to you yesterday, one thing I have learned after doing it now for 15 years, every day living it, after 10 years, I thought I knew something. Now I realise I know nothing.
You know nothing,
that's just same.
So, und jetzt wird Fraser uns mal zeigen, was er so alles in seinem Camp hat. Und als ich dieses Camp gesehen habe, habe ich gedacht, Mensch, ich muss euch das unbedingt zeigen, weil das ist so cool. Und ich dachte immer, mein Camp in Meinhard ist cool. Aber sein Camp ist noch viel geiler. Deswegen führt er uns jetzt hier mal durch. Fraser, please show us your camp. It's so cool. It's such a cool camp.
Right, so luckily we inherited a lot of the kit from someone else that used to be here, running courses part-time. Lots of the tables, the benches and everything, and the tarp. But this is going to be, excuse me, my main, the centre of the camp. And luckily we got this white fire retardant tarp, which we've all said doesn't look aesthetically really pleasing. It's not green, it doesn't fit in. But the great thing about this, it lets through loads of light. And when I'm doing my cookery demonstrations and when I'm doing my YouTube filming for my students, this white allows lots of light. It's not very bright today, and you probably see Dom's just filming on the phone. We got loads of light. So this is going to be my main sort of demonstration table where I'm going to do all the cookery, all the outdoor preserving. And this is the main sort of communal area. Simple fire dish there. Just using what we've got. We've got pine logs and all the benches. Through there, we might move that because it's got open ground. That was set up for archery and knife throwing and axe throwing.
Okay, cool.
But that's something that I'll cover as well. Something I obviously do is hunting in all sorts of methods. I don't hunt with a bow over here. I'm not allowed to do that, but I'm practiced in all types of hunting as well. I grew up shooting and hunting and.
Cool. Und wenn wir zum anderen Shelter laufen, vergesst nicht, den Kanal zu abonnieren, liked das Video, kommentiert es gerne. Was haltet ihr von Frasers Camp? Schreibt es gerne rein und vergesst nicht, die Glocke zu aktivieren, damit ihr mitbekommt, wenn es ein neues Video gibt. Okay, please show me the big one. That's my favorite one.
So, same parachute on the outside, and all the construction is just from the pine from the forest. I can't take credit for building this. As I said, this was here already, but an amazing place to inhabit or inherit. And just like Germany, it gets really cold over here. And although it's okay, we're doing survival course stuff, when we're learning and we're teaching to have an indoor heated area, and I've just installed a old barrel in here to make it fire, and hopefully we'll be teaching in here all winter and somewhere nice for people to stay, like Dom. He's had 5-star Airbnb accommodation.
Oh yeah, it definitely is a 5-star accommodation. It's really nice.
So there's Dom's washing, drying, and then the kitchen area, and there's lots of equipment already in there. We've just made this barrel, gypsy fire barrel, and this will just take the heat off of it when we've got a group in here. Be beautiful. Sawdust on the floor and a nice dry area of the forest, so it's all nice and dry here. Just plenty of space and benches, and it's a little bit dark in here. Sorry, you might not be able to see much on the camera, but it's cozy, dark and cozy, isn't it, Dom?
It is, absolutely. Ja, ist so cool. Also ich habe hier geschlafen jetzt die vergangenen Tage. Es war sehr cool. Hier kann man sich wunderbar aufhalten. Man hat einfach einen trockenen Platz, man kann gut laufen, man hat hier genügend Bänke. Ich kann mir vorstellen, hier problemlos mehrere Wochen zu sein, definitiv. Weil es einfach, es ist ein richtiges Haus, gell, mehr oder weniger. Vor allem mit diesem Kamin. mit dem Improvisierten. Also es ist sehr geil. Ihr seht hier, ich habe hier meine Wäsche direkt neben dem Kamin aufgehängt. Das ist eine super geile Sache hier. Super geile Zeit. Ja, und als ich das gesehen habe, habe ich gedacht, das muss ich euch zeigen, weil das so cool ist. So cool. Ja, vielleicht.
Probably the first day the temperatures dropped this year.
Yeah.
It's winter. And you can feel it, can't you, right there?
Yeah, it's getting cold.
And isn't that beautiful? Just
it's perfect.
Just that little bit of ambient. This is a bit like a Samek lodge, isn't it?
It is, but much bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big group one. This would be.
Yeah, Samek lodges are a little bit smaller.
Or maybe our Viking lodge.
No, Viking lodge, yeah.
Maybe our Viking lodge at Valhalla. This is, well, this would be our big communal area, wouldn't it? We could eat. You imagine we could get 30, 40 people all in here.
Oh yeah.
And it'd be cozy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and warm.
Cozy and warm. Yeah. That'd be enough heat, wouldn't it? A little fire.
Ja.
Big group in here.
Ja, ein richtig cooler Platz, um hier tatsächlich Survival-Kurse zu geben mit großen Kursen. Das ist immer das Problem, wenn man draußen ist. Aber ich meine, darum geht es halt auch bei Survival. Gell? Da muss man halt draußen sein und wenn es dann regnet, dann muss man das eben aushalten. Aber mit so einer Unterkunft ist es auf jeden Fall cool. Nice. Okay. Thanks, Fraser, for having me.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you
Pleasure.
for showing us your nice camp. Und wir sehen uns bald wieder. Vergesst nicht, like das Video, kommentiert es, abonniert den Kanal, drückt die Glocke, damit ihr mitbekommt, wenn es ein neues Video gibt. Und ich habe auf jeden Fall auch Frasers Webseite verlinkt. Schaut mal unten in die Kommentare rein, beziehungsweise in die Beschreibung, da steht alles drin. Und dann sehen wir uns bald wieder. Macht's gut, Leute. Ciao, ciao.
Cheers.